Hey everybody, happy Wednesday night, happy Facebook Live night. And sorry that I'm a few minutes late, but it'll be great, I promise. I'm Melissa Thomas from C2C Stamping, and I'm gonna make sure that I can see us on my laptop. So just give me 1 second and I'll pull us up. If you're here, say hello, comment. We're gonna make a fun project tonight. I'm gonna show you how to use some of your pattern paper to make a really fun card folio. And then we're gonna make a set of note cards. So we're gonna use one sheet of DSP to make a whole bunch of projects. You know, I love a good one sheet wonder. So let's see, let me pull this up. All right, if you're here, hi Patsy. That was fun. I shared on my Facebook, on my Paper Pumpkin by the Sea page. Sarah Douglas from Stampin' Up went live today and made the May Paper Pumpkin. And it's a beautiful, beautiful kit. And it was really fun to do that. And Patsy, it was nice to see you on there. So, all right, I can see us, which is great. I'm going to mute us and I'm going to rotate us down. All right. So, you might have seen on my Instagram, I'm going to just move this in. So this is the May hostess code, by the way. If you have missed this, for the month of May, it's 7FJE9HW6. That's the May hostess code. If you use the May hostess code, then you will get a tutorial bundle with 36 different tutorials in it. It's a great deal, and hopefully you like all the projects in there. My daughter today had an award ceremony at school, but she also brought home her art projects from the year, and I wanted to show you a couple of them because I thought they were really cool. So this little frog pinch pot, and then this really beautiful pear that she did, and I thought was really cool. And then I really liked this piece of art. I thought this was really neat. She did not like this one. She's like, I don't know why you like it. I'm like, I don't know either, but I do. And then she did two of these like watercolor pieces with marker. This one was cool, but this one was really cool. I really like this one. I think this one turned out really awesome. So just wanted to brag on her. She got top reader of 7th grade with 122 books, which is crazy. And then she also got AB honor roll, and they won book battle. So it was a really good day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I wanted to show you, if you join my team, I do projects each month, and I posted these. But this month I did a little sampler, like a try it class from the new catalog. And so I went ahead and made a couple different cards to feature some of the new papers. This is that mystery stamping card that we made a couple weeks ago. It's the same layout, but just using that masculine paper instead. And then this one is really cool because it shows off the awesome kind of rainbow effect of the inside of the paper. So I thought this was really neat. And then this one shows off the vellum, which is really cool. It looks really nice on a dark background, and a few of those matte dots. And then I also had a tea card, because the tea suite's really fun, and it's really neat that it has matching envelopes to go with it. So yeah, really fun card, fun project. So if you're interested, there is still a ongoing starter kit promotion right now. So you can get all of the new in colors, all the new ink pads, and the new in color cardstock, and the new in color designer series paper, and these beautiful grid sheets that I'm doodling on for free, on top of the $125 of product you get for $99, free shipping, and a free paper pumpkin. That's a really good deal. So, all right, what we're gonna make today, goodness gracious. Oh, have a very heavy box of supplies that I need to pull in for this. So I was at the senior center this week, and they wanted to do something like a card portfolio. So this paper is retired, so I'm using retired paper, and I recommend you use retired paper anytime you're gonna do like a one sheet wonder, or you're gonna make something with a crazy fold or something. But I did use a current stamp set. I used the stamp set Inspired Thoughts. It's a really sweet stamp set. It has Christmas sentiments, which I really love. It also has like thinking of you, thank you, right? So it's got a lot of your, you know, occasions covered. It's a really great stamp set, and they all fit really well on different like punched pieces. So then with this one, we just created a little belly band, and then we have 2 cards on the inside. So we have a note card and another note card. And depending on what the paper was, depending on which way they oriented it, they could have oriented it this way too, right? But in this case, I did them both this way. So, hey, Susan. So we're gonna make this together, and I've got another sample piece here. So this is the designer series paper I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna show it this way. I think it'll be a little easier to see, but I don't know, maybe not. So you've got a piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and you're gonna wanna cut it. Oh, that's funny. I'm now remembering that the cutting guide was in my pocket of my pants, which are now in the laundry. It's pretty funny. You know, guys, it's the struggle right now. All right, so this is, I get my ruler. The bottom panel is 11.5 inches by 7.5. So you're gonna take your designer sheet and you're gonna cut it 7.5, and then you're just gonna trim a little 1/2 inch piece off, okay? So that's easy, that's one piece. Then that same panel, you're gonna go ahead and trim 1 inch off, and that's gonna be your wrap. This is just 1 inch by 12 inch. So now you're left with a piece that's 3.5. And on this strip, you're gonna cut at 3, and then at 7. So this is a 3 inch, a 4 inch, and that leaves you 5 inches over here. And this one you just cut in half, and so each of these ends up being like 1 3/4. Yeah. So 3, 4, 5. This is 7.5 by 11.5. We just cut a little 1/2 inch off the end. And then this one's 1 by 12, this little strip at the top. Hey, Elena. All right, so now we've got our pieces. You do need to do a little bit of scoring on this. You can just score it in half. That's easy. And then it has, I think these are 1 1/4, yeah. 1 1/4 inch flaps on either side. So you can just fold those in. Okay, so these are gonna become, right, this becomes our little portfolio, right? And I'm just gonna put some glue at the top and the bottom. So, and it doesn't have to be a ton of glue. You wanna leave some space for your, you know, for your cards to slip in. Now, although I'm using note cards, you can use full-size cards for this project. So either way is good. I just use note cards when I'm doing my senior center classes because, hey Rhonda, it's just really easy. It's really fast. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this over here under my bucket, and I'm gonna let that kind of like just sit and marinate over there. Okay, so now I've got some other extra pieces. So this piece is gonna become the wrap, right, that goes around it. And then this piece and this piece are gonna go on the front. I'm probably gonna do something like this. And then I'm gonna wrap with, I guess we should wrap it. So we're gonna wrap it. And I like to just, don't wrap it too tight, don't wrap it too loose, right? Like you want it to be able to come off. You also are gonna have a couple of note cards in there too. So give it a little extra room. But we're gonna go ahead and glue this. Easy peasy. then I'm using the wet glue today because that's what I have access to. I have other glue somewhere in here. It's been a busy crafting day. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in the middle here, just so that I can glue this panel down on here. I just want that to be as hopefully even and straight as possible, but that looks incredibly crooked. All right, let's see. We think, yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna glue that onto the front here. So then they'll be able to do that. Now in this case, this is pretty matchy-matchy, so I might actually end up popping this up on dimensionals just so they can really see that this is another piece and it's not part of the cover. So going to put some dimensionals on here. And that's probably more than I need, but it's okay. I've been working on some swaps this week, and I've got a pretty one to show you at the end with the new texture chic. All right, so we've made our little piece here. Excellent. All right, and now we've got one piece left and one piece left. And so we're going to hopefully have all my ink pads. All right. I don't know if I have any more note cards, but that's fine. I don't have any more note cards. Well, I need to find a few. Okay, here's one. That's good. You can never have too many note cards. All right. I use note cards a lot. They're pre-cut and just make life easier for sure. And they're still mailable, and you know, there's nothing wrong with them. All right. So we have note cards in white, basic white. We have them in very vanilla, and then we have them in craft now, and they look really nice. I'll just show you guys. All right, so note cards do need a good bone folding though, I feel like they are definitely a thick, thick basic white cardstock, and I like that because they feel really they feel very quality, right? But they need to be bone folded for sure. Okay, so this one clearly has to run this way because of the the pieces. So we're gonna leave that one this way. And then this one, I could do this, or I could do something like this. So I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm actually just gonna cut a little banner end. Hopefully make it a little more interesting. So there's lots of ways you can cut your banner in, but I like to do it up the middle, and then I'll cut one side, and then I'll cut the other side, and sometimes I'm really accurate, and sometimes I'm not, and that's okay. And I try to get them to match, but sometimes I'm better at this than others. All right. All right, good. So that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. And I could do it, like this as well, but I'm gonna try to mix it up and get a couple different cards out of this. Okay. And this one seems like it might be a little too big, like it might be like a hair too big. So I'm gonna line it up with the top piece, and then if I need to trim, I can always trim pretty easily. I have found that I'm not very good at trimming on the folded end. I need to trim on the open end. Sometimes I've actually trimmed the closure right off, which is pretty funny. All right, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so now we've got our pieces, and now we just need to punch and stamp. All right, so The first punch we're going to use is the oval punch, and we're going to punch one that is, I'm going to use the kind of fun piece because I want to do that on there. I think it's going to contrast really well. So we're going to use that one. I'm not going to double stack it. I'm just going to do a solo one. We're also going to punch one of these, and I think this is like just wide enough. All right. And then I'm trying to remember, did I use that on the front? I think I used that on the front piece. Oh yeah, and then this one is what we'll punch out of this one. So if you know me, you know I love a good punch. Again, quick and easy crafting. Will this also fit A2 cards? Yeah, it will. Let me, where did I throw that A2 card? Here we go. So, good question, Rhonda. Yes, it will. So, A2. And there's room to spare, you know, so if you weren't being super careful, I mean, I was pretty careful. I only glued a little bit on each side, but there's definitely some wiggle here. And you've got room for A2 cards and this. And these are really nice. This is really easy. It's a great way to use up. I know, Pat, I'm all about using up my 12 by 12 paper. And I was very proud of myself. I picked out 14 sheets that I was willing to give up out of my retired stash and brought it to the people so that they could make their projects. Sometimes I like my paper too much and then I don't want to give it up. And we don't want to be hoardy with our paper. So, all right. So let's get out some sentiments. We're going to use this one, which is, it's your time to be remembered, to feel appreciated, and to know you're celebrated. I think that would be a great teacher sentiment, end of year sentiment, thinking of you on your special day, and you make a difference every day. These are great sentiments that can be used, you know, any time of year. And I'm going to use, what color? We'll do Bermuda Bay. We're going to do Bermuda Bay because it's a fun blue color. So, all right, let's pull some guys out. All right, so this one can go on here. And then this one, nope, not you, just you, can go on here. Very nice. And you. Look at that, 3 different blocks for 3 different sentiments. Crazy town. All right, nice. So the other thing I did was I pulled out all of my embellishments that were like about to retire. And I went ahead and was like, go to town, pick whichever one you want. So they had a lot of fun with that. And they enjoyed embellishing to their heart's content. You know, there's like, I will sell stamp sets, I'll BOGO them, I'll do all that when stuff retires, but embellishments are hard to get rid of, like a half a pack of whatever. You know, if you only have 3 or 4 left of something, it feels really, you know, it feels silly, I think, to do anything with that. So, you know, when you look at a card like that and you're like, wow, Melissa, that is really simple. Yeah. Yes, that is simple, but if we add a few embellishments to it, it'll just kick it up a notch and it's going to make it look really finished. So put that there. And then here we go. I really did love this Monet paper, as I called it. I don't remember the lily pad paper, but yeah, it was really nice. Okay, so I have some of these and I think these would go fabulous with this set. This is the Waves that came out with the Waves set, and you know, this stuff retired quicker than I thought it was going to, and I was very sad. So normally I would go kind of monochromatic, but because we've got lots of like blues and greens and all sorts of different colors, I feel like we can use all of the colors and we can have quite a bit of fun with this. So I'm going to there, it's like 3 different blues on there. That looks sweet. All right. Greens. All right, that's fun. Okay, so now you've got some really cute, simple cards, right? And then we've got some envelopes. So we'll make sure we tuck our envelopes in there. And if you had that strip left over and you wanted to, there's like a, what did I say, like a 1/4 inch strip or something. You could take that strip. I'm gonna see if I can find the one that matches. This is all the paper I so selflessly gave up. I don't know where the strip went for this one though. That's funny. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, maybe I lost it on the way. I did have a quick car turn, but you could take, you know, your envelope and you could put a little piece of DSP on your envelope, or sometimes I like to put it on like the flap, just because I know that, you know, that it'll be. The other cute way you can use it, this is kind of fun, is you can make it almost like a little piece of washi tape, and you can put it right here so that when you close when you seal the envelope, it looks like a little piece of washi tape on the envelope. I always think that's fun. But I don't have the matching piece, so let's see, I can probably make something look reasonably good. So then with that, I would probably, like, let's say I wanted to decorate this, but I didn't want to like close the envelope, obviously. Then I could do something like this. And then that would still let them close the envelope, but it would give that really cool kind of washi look, which is kind of neat. Okay, I'm gonna do that on this one too. I've already gone whole hog, so let's do it, right? All right, so the Texture Chic Suite is really pretty. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check it out, but I'll put this guy back together. So we've got our envelopes and we've got our cute cards. So we're gonna stick our cards in and our pretty envelopes. And then we're gonna close it up and we're gonna slide this on. Now you could definitely fit multiple note cards and envelopes in here. I would say 2 on each side is probably, you know, the capacity, but that's a really sweet little project. And honestly, it looks cute in whatever pattern paper you use. You know, I love this paper, but a lot of people thought this pattern was really obnoxious. And then when I got to the class, one of the ladies was like, oh, I want that paper. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I only had 1 sheet of it. I already made this. And I was really surprised that she was interested in my kind of obnoxious looking paper. So, but yeah, this is a really fun project. Again, using the Inspired Thoughts stamp set, which is a great sentiment stamp set. If you don't have a good set for sentiments and you're kind of looking for one, this is a great idea. And just a nice way to use up some of your designer series paper. Because we're always looking for, you know, ways to do that. Ah, there it is. I found it. See? Oh well, always after the moment, right? So 2 things I want to show you before we go. The Million Thanks card kit came out, and I wanted to open it and show it to you really quick because it's actually really pretty in person, and it's hard to see how pretty it is if you haven't looked at it. Card kits are fun, and they're a way to, you know, get some projects done. And not have to spend a whole lot of time and energy and thought. And you might like card kits. Instead of doing Paper Pumpkin, you might just want to get a card kit because then you don't have to subscribe, right? It's not like you're making this commitment, but you can also pick and choose what you get. And I think that some people do well with the surprise and mystery of Paper Pumpkin, and other people do not. So tell me, do you like surprises or not? Were you the kid who would go and unwrap presents and then wrap them back at Christmas? Not saying I've done that, but maybe I have. All right, so remember, in all the card kits, you get a clear block. If it's a stamping card kit, you get a clear block in each kit, which is really nice. It's also a nice way that you could share stamping with somebody else. So, you know, you have someone else who comes over to your house and has coffee or tea and they stamp, and when they leave, like, you could give them this and they could go on their way. They'd have ink and stamps and a block. That's a really cool gift. And then they can keep stamping. So just think about that. Evening Evergreen is the color for this one. What I wanted to show off was really these card bases, because the description was weird, but it's almost like it has like an embossed piece on it, and so they're glossy. So there's 3 of this one, and then there's this cute heart, and then there's 3 that have like almost like a grid-like pattern on them, which is kind of cool. And then here's a bunch of the cute little die cut pieces, and then this one's really pretty. It has plants kind of hanging down, so they're at the top of the sheet and they're hanging down. It's really cool. And then this zigzag piece is all one piece. It just cuts out. And then this is for stamping. There's some stamping pieces that have like black outlines, which is nice. And then there's some stamping pieces that have the flowers. I like that they give you extra, like you only need 3 of these, but they give you 5, just in case you mess up. You only need 3 of these, but they give you 5. You only need 3 of these, but they give you 5. You don't need extras of these because you're not gonna mess this up, but you know, if possible. The other thing I wanted to point out is the sentiments on this one. So thank you, a million thanks, seriously grateful for you. And all I can say is thanks. These are really good sentiments. We can always use more thank you cards. So I just wanted to point this kit out. If you hadn't seen the A Million Thanks kit yet, definitely check it out. It has, you know, envelopes that match. So the inside of the envelopes are all this cool stripe pattern. It's got little matte black dots. It's got dimensionals. It's got glue dots. It has everything you need to make the kit. And I think it's a really attractive one. So just something to think about if you're thinking about, you know, I want to get some Stampin' Up, I want to work on some projects. This could be a really good fit for you. So there is that. And then I'll show you my swap. So I'm going to send this swap into the leaders group. And sometimes I get my swap back and sometimes I don't. So in an effort to head that off, I'm going to show you my swap. So the Seasons of Chic and the Chic dies are really cool. There's a lot of dies in here and there's a lot that can be done. What I really like about it is it's a 4-season set. So it has snowflakes and fall leaves and summer, and it's also got like summer seashells, and then it's got like spring flowers. So it has all 4 seasons covered, and it's got this really cool texture die as well. All of these are pieces that you would probably want to cut out using the adhesive sheets, other than the ones that outline like stamped images. So, you know, this one outlines, you can die cut either of those out. What's nice about this stamp set is that you can stamp and add texture. So you could stamp this, or you could even layer it if you wanted to add a little bit of extra depth and layering to your cards. The sentiments are small on the cover, but they are larger on the inside. You like surprises, Patsy Palmer, but you enjoy knowing what's in the paper pumpkin. That's funny. You're like, personally, I like surprises, but in my crafting life, I like to know what is going on. So the sentiments are actually bigger than they are on the front of the case, which is good. I think that they've shrunk it 75%. So wishing you the best birthday ever. I'm here for you. You make each season of life even more beautiful. You are amazing beyond measure. Thanks, love you, and thinking of you. So when I saw the paper and I saw everything, I decided we needed a 4 seasons card. So I picked paper from all 4 seasons. So the paper set has Christmas, it's got snowflakes, and winter, and then it's also got seashells, it's got fall leaves, and then I added one of these die cut leaves, and I did it in some foil just to make it a little fancy. And then this is like one of the spring papers. There's a couple spring papers that you could use. And then on the inside, I just added a little bit of the DSP, but the shiny side. This is a specialty DSP, and one side of all the sheets has some kind of gold foiling on it. It's really pretty. So, yeah, so Texture Chic. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't gotten a chance to, like, if you look at it and go, "Oof, I don't know, that looks intimidating." There's definitely a lot of shabby chic stamping going on. There's a lot of texture stuff. There's a lot of layers, but you can also do, you know, some clean and simple cards with it and make it look really nice. So, yeah, just wanted to show that off before I put them in the mail. And hopefully, in the next week or two, I'll get a bunch of samples back from this leader swap, and then you'll have even more fun stuff to look at. So, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will rotate us up. But I hope that, you have a great week. I hope things are going great for you, and, we'll be in touch. Let me know if you need anything. We only have like another, week and a half or so of May. So if you want to use the hostess code, please let me know. And for those of you on my team, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining in. You guys are always so great. I hope that it continues to be a source of inspiration for you. And have a good week, guys. Happy Hump Day. Bye.